Good evening. You're now with me, Shulz Mato, for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. SARAWAK is set to export its first ever solid hydrogen to Singapore in 2 months' time. An update to the inquest into ZARA QAIRINA's death. The coroner's court grants access to lawyers of the 5 accused minors. And in world news, Thailand's acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai announces the decision to dissolve Parliament. SARAWAK is set to ship the first batch of solid hydrogen to Singapore in the next 2 months, a major milestone in the region's green energy push. SARAWAK Premier Deputy Tan Sri Abang Johari Dunaping says the deal comes through a partnership between SADC Energy and a Singapore-based firm.
Sebenarnya sudah ada persetujuan di antara syarikat Sarawak di mana SADC ada mempunyai kepentingan dan juga sebuah syarikat di Singapura untuk mengimport pepejal hidrogen. Yang kita keluarkan ialah apa disebut sebagai magnesium hydride. Dia ada kandung hidrogen. Dihantar ke Singapura dan mereka akan menggunakan komponen hidrogen di cairnya untuk kegunaan. Dan ia akan dalam masa, saya difahamkan dalam masa 2 bulan.
Speaking at the Sustainability and Renewable Energy Forum, SARA 4.0 today, Abang Johari says the total amount of hydrogen to be exported has not been finalized.
I do not know at the moment. I don't have the figure. But what is important is we are able to produce hydrogen in different form. In this case, it is a solid form. And actually, the process is any solid hydrogen together with metal.
Abang Johari says this milestone proves Sarawak can produce and export hydrogen in multiple forms, driving its ambition to lead the region in green energy.
Meanwhile, Abang Johari says the state is turning waste into wealth, urging palm oil byproducts be tapped as part of its green energy push. During a plenary session hosted by CNN anchor Christy Lustart, he said this approach to a circular economy can power sustainable energy while fueling economic growth.
And I said, don't waste the waste, but monetize the waste. Yes. And that is, the way for you to give value to your waste. And that is part of what you call circular economy. Sarawak is producing oil palm. So what do? You collect the waste from oil palm. And that waste, particularly the canal can be crushed. And this crushed canal can produce what we call biomass. And one of the products is biogas. And this biogas can be processed to produce sustainable fuel.
The Sarawak government is looking into setting up a Sarawak Trade and Tourism Office, STATO, in Pontianak, Indonesia next year. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dr. Ahmad Awang Tengah Ali Hassan says that they are currently assessing several strategic locations in the city to establish the office.
Ya, saya melihat bangunan-bangunan yang sesuai, yang strategik, yang dapat kita gunakan untuk pejabat kita. Dan setakat ini saya masih dengan melalui officer saya, EPU, masih meneliti. Ya. Ada yang tempat yang kita anggap begitu sesuai, tapi mungkin cuma available one unit.
He stresses that the new office isn't just about trade, it's also meant to drive tourism and investment opportunities. Pointing to the success of Sarawak's office in Singapore, Awang Tengah says local craft and food businesses have already broken into global markets through the city-state.
Ini merangkumi banyak produk dari segi makanan, handicrafts, dan ada juga yang sudah berjaya untuk menembusi pasaran yang lebih luas. Begitu juga pejabat ini bukan saja untuk kita facilitate on the trade, for example, tapi dari segi tourism saya. Dan di sini juga kita try to promote what are the investment opportunities in Sarawak. Jadi pejabat ini penting.
Currently, Sarawak has 2 state-owned offices in Brunei Darussalam and Singapore.
The United Kingdom and Sarawak are looking to explore 4 strategic areas of collaboration aimed at strengthening bilateral ties. British High Commissioner to Malaysia, Ajay Sharma, says the focus areas include education and human capital development, digitalization, advanced manufacturing, and renewable energy.
We talked about advanced manufacturing, we talked about education and human capital development, we talked about digitalization, tech, and we talked about renewable energy. And these were the kind of areas in particular where we were going to think about plans for collaboration.
After paying a courtesy call on the Sarawak Premier, he said the UK wants in on Sarawak's renewable energy plans, underscoring both nations' push for a green economy and energy transition. Education partnerships, from English training to universities, are also set to boost opportunities for local talent. And Sharma adds that the UK aims to raise Sarawak's profile among British audiences to draw more tourists, students, and high-tech investment.
The UK and Malaysia, and how that gives us a very strong basis for moving forward. And I emphasise that our vision for the relationship between the UK and Malaysia is one where we look forward, and we do so in a way that is based on mutual respect and which delivers benefits for our people.
Welcome back. The Coroner's Court today ruled that lawyers for the 5 minors accused in the bullying and resulting death of ZARA QAIRINA can take part in the inquest. Sessions Court Judge Amir Shah Amir Hassan handed down the decision after weighing arguments from the Sabah Law Society, ZARA QAIRINA's mother's legal team, and the defence.
ZARA QAIRINA's father, Mahathir Hashim Marikin, will be represented by a team of lawyers led by Shirzali Asli, Nurul Rafika Abdul Muttalib, and Clarice Vian.
For the father, pure and simple, the father has every right as a biological father to be present. It's a fact-finding mission on his part as well. As far as he is concerned, the only information he's gotten is through social media. That's the reason why we're in the picture. Myself, Nurul Rafika, and Clarice. The father, unfortunately for him, has been at the limbo. That's the reason why we got instructions to come into the picture to ensure that he gets the information that he is entitled to as a biological father.
Meanwhile, the court also granted ZARA QAIRINA's mother, Noraida Hlamat, and her legal team, led by Shahlan Jufri, the status of interested parties in the inquest. Speaking after the ruling, Shahlan confirmed the judge's decision, saying he and his team will now take part in the proceedings.
Kami telah dibenarkan untuk menjadi pihak berkepentingan dalam kes ni, dan peguam bela pesalah kanak-kanak pun juga dibenarkan, dan Sabah Law Society juga hadir sebagai peguam pemerhati, dan juga lawyer kepada Bapak Zara juga hadir dan juga dibenarkan sebagai saksi pihak berkepentingan dalam inquest ni. Pihak kami ada membantah terhadap permohonan peguam bela pesalah kanak-kanak sebagai pihak berkepentingan, namun bantahan kami ditolak dan mereka dibenarkan, dan kita harus menghormati keputusan mahkamah tersebut.
And on to world affairs. Thailand's acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai today announced the decision to dissolve parliament following the opposition People's Party's support for rival candidate, Conservative tycoon Anutin Charnvirakul, to lead the country. This move could trigger new elections before the end of the year, just 2 years after the last general election in May 2023.
The country has been in a political impasse since last Friday when former Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra was dismissed by the Constitutional Court for an ethics violation. Her Pheu Thai party, now in caretaker status, had hoped for support from the opposition People's Party for its new prime ministerial candidate. However, the People's Party backed Conservative Anutin instead. In response, Pheu Thai Secretary General confirmed that Phumtham had submitted a decree to dissolve the parliament. The power of a caretaker government to dissolve parliament is being challenged, but Thailand's constitution makes it clear if the king approves, election must be called within 45 to 60 days. Meanwhile, the People's Party is tying its support for Anutin to a parliament dissolution within 4 months, setting the stage for new elections, though possibly on a later date.
At least 25 people were killed in a wave of attacks across Pakistan on Tuesday, including 14 lives lost when a suicide bomber struck a political rally in the southwestern province of Balochistan. The blast tore through the parking lot of a stadium in Quetta, where hundreds of members of the Balochistan National Party had gathered. Officials say dozens were also wounded, with at least 7 in critical condition.
उस टाइम हम थोड़ी से फासले पे थे, जैसे ही धमाका हुआ तो हम पीछे देखे आग के शोले ऊपर उठ रहे थे, तो हम वापस पीछे गए, वहाँ पे देखे काफ़ी लोग जख्मी पड़े हुए थे और कुछ ऐसे ही गिरे हुए थे, शहीद हुए थे उस टाइम। तो उसी टाइम हम लोगों ने जल्दी से बंदों को उठा के सेवर की तरफ रवाना हो गए।
धमाका हुआ, हम स्टेज से नीचे उतरे थे, जो मेन गेट था उससे निकले थे, तकरीबन हम में और धमाके वाले में 15 से 20 फुट का फ़र्क था। तो वहाँ पे हमारे पार्टी के मरकज़ी रहनुमा नवाब नियाज़ ज़ैरी की गाड़ी के साथ धमाका हुआ, जो खुदकश धमाका था।
And those are the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shlosh Maitra. Thank you for watching and have a good night.